Hey everybody! How you doing? Hey, so we're having a good time. It's Saturday live stream. And I'm super happy I have a new library to play with. It's kind of like Christmas over here. Especially because not only this library, but then I have a new Omnisphere library that I'm particularly excited to show you guys. I have the creator of that library. Say hi, Mike.
Well, hello!
He's off screen, but he's here. And then there's a new really cool synth from Expressive E that takes some of the stuff coming in their Osmos. They've put it into software and you can play with it. And it's pretty dang cool. It's physical modeling. They partnered up with Applied Acoustics. So we got a lot to cover. My goodness. Hi, my name is John Limcool. Hands together, head bowed. I'm particularly kind of crispy today. I will be honest. I was up very late because of releasing this. We don't sometimes find issues until somebody does something, and in this case me, and then the issue shows up. And I was working on a demo song, and when you set something to latch like this, and then you sequence in Logic and you hit stop in Logic, it wouldn't stop the latch. It would just keep playing. And so we did a quick fix to release Unify 1.6.2. And as Shane is always adding little tiny tasty things, there are some little nice one of the things he did is now when you send, like if you set up an Akai with pads, not only can you have it send a specific thing to that pad, but now it can be a specific value. So you can have it like switch with the variation that we're going to show you in Unify. You can now have it actually set to values that it's sending. And that's all been detailed in the online manual. So there's an update. If you bought the guitar, the Chill Guitar Phrases library before last night, if you bought it between Thursday when it came out and last night at about 10 o'clock, there's a patch update. I think I put it in the video description. I'm pretty sure I did. Let me see here. Yeah, we updated the Chill Guitar Phrases library. You can download the full library again or just update with this file. I will say if you download the whole library, there's a added little Scooby snack in here. The 808 drum kit. So the way I like to do libraries is I like to release the library, and then when the sale ends, I like to give you a whole bunch of new free stuff. Just as a bonus and a thank you to everybody that bought early, and also to inspire those that haven't bought it to go, oh, you just added 25 more patches and stuff like that. So I did a Scooby snack yesterday for you guys. If you go to the drum kits, Skippy 808, when you use the MIDI box and you go to the macro knobs, and you change between the patterns, in the top it tells you name of the pattern of the MIDI file. Now we use this inside of this Chill library for showing the names of all the guitar phrases. But as an added Scoopy snack, it now has going between 10 different MIDI file patterns. I will do this for the other 3 drum kits. But here, let me explain what this is. So this is a new library called Chill Guitar Phrases. I licensed from a company in Germany, someone that I've been talking with for about 2 years. They keep sending me their samples and saying, can you release these? And I've been like, well, I need to, well, actually it's been like, not 2 years, about a year and a little bit before Unify. But I was like, well, there's certain things I want to have happen in Unify before I can release a phrase library. And they've been very patient. And finally, we added these features that I wanted to have in Unify so that, because to me, just giving you guys a whole bunch of phrases with no detailed information interactively is like, that's not fun. And so we now have with variations and so forth. Oh, I was gonna, because I'm using a keyboard that's really noisy, I move my microphone, and from where it's at, it's picking up the high frequencies of my voice really strong. So I just put the sock over it to make it not quite so sibilant. But as you can see in the interface of Unify, when I'm playing this groove, it tells me that it's a D minor. So I know the groove, so I can jam. And it's this really cool guitar phrase. I mean, listen to this phrase. And then if you go to the guitar phrase knob and spin this, it will change to a different guitar phrase, and it tells you the name of the chords. If you play the wrong chords, it's going to sound bad. Here, let's go another one. Here. And then what's fun with Unify, I've separated it out so that there's there's three Unify layers you see. One that says drums, one that says bass, one that says BPM synth. If I open up the drum Unify layer, we did all these cool things in Unify 1.6 now, where it selects the library, and I can just go to any of these other BPM drum patches and say, no, I want to use this one instead. I'm using an 808 kit. I can go pipe down, and this is a whole different big sub with distortion. And because I'm inside this unified layer, I can right click and add other patches to this easily. And then for the bass, I can open up the bass layer, and here's all the bass patches. Right? So I can change that. And then for the right hand part, I can open up this Unify layer. It selects, there's right now 5 chill pads. When this library, so it's on sale, $39 at my website. It will be $49 October 1st. And there will be 15 chill pads. There's going to be more plucks. There's going to be a couple more BPM splits added. But I can change. So I've got a whole different production set of sounds to work with. It's just so fun to have this creative environment and layer things like all day long. So this library has 61 phrases. Let me show them really quick. If you go down here, they're organized in 7 different tempos from 65 beats per minute to 128. So if I go 100 beats per minute, all 61 phrases I use Logic Pro's Liquid Audio and linked everything up so that they were all the same tempo. When I play, if I was, just because we can do it and it's very fun, let's load a drum groove into this. We need, and then, oh wait, the last thing, since I'm in a DAW, I have to go over here to my DAW and say 100 beats per minute. Ready to go. All these phrases, it's really, really fun. There's 61 across the keyboard. So fun. And of course, this all works with everything else. I could go to Cloud City, BPM Perk. Let's say we want to add something from one of the World Kit grooves. So I can go over here and say, load Modern World. And now I have percussion. just nuts. So many fun places to go with all the libraries. I could go to the new library that I'm going to be showing you in a minute from Spectrasonics, or from ILIO for Spectrasonics that Mike made, and go BPM basses. Oh wait, that won't work. Let's do BPM effect. This is a Lamborghini driving by. This is from this library I'm going to show you in a minute. This insane library. Whose Lamborghini was this, Mike?
Oh, you had to ask me now while I'm walking into the room.
Let's add a noise flexor on top of this. These are insane patches. I mean, so there you go. 2 Omnisphere patches, a percussion patch from Cloud City, a drum groove, and the guitars from Chill Guitar Phrases. Get in a really cute singer that sings their tails off and make a record, man. So that's the fun of the whole thing. Everything is unified. It's the whole beautiful concept we have here. So it's a new library. Enjoy it. It's far more than just guitar phrases. You know, usually when you go to a website and you see some phrase library, you buy it, just the phrases, and that's it. That's like 50% of this library. The other half is all the supporting patches, all the drum grooves, all the basses, all the BPM chord stuff, all the combinations of everything together. It's a huge amount of work, but I love to produce stuff that gets you to new places. So that's what it does. So it's at the website. Also, there's only a few days left to get the sale prices on the Wavestate conversions of Mega Magic Dreams and Mega Magic Pads. So get to the website for those. Let's see. Mike, you ready to talk about what you have created? Let me see real quick what the chat's talking about.
What do I need to talk about now?
What? Your baby. You know, you're not the only one of the new library. It's in the ILIO where there's only the free trial version that shows up. Oh, wait. ILIO. Oh. Yeah, they're there. Just scroll down. You'll see 1.6.2 updaters and full installs. Here, I'll give you the link to the updaters. It's right. Oh, yeah, Shane is in the chat. We are saved daily on these live streams by Shane being just the absolute rock star, connected to everything. I mean, thank you, Shane, for helping out there. Because if I was sitting here typing, I couldn't be talking. So.
Does he point out if you've got an errant stray nose?
Yeah. Thank goodness he does not.
Well, actually, that would be good, Shane.
That'd be good.
If you see something on me, can you tell me? Like if I'm, I need to hit a sweat mark or something. So.
You look beautiful, Mike. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So, my friends, this is the one and only Mike Babbitt. Hello, Mike. You are in a nice place. Mog 1 behind you. That's a fun synthesizer to have as your little MIDI controller.
Yeah, little MIDI controller. That's
little MIDI controller, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
hey, listen, before you get started.
Yes.
That's the first time I've heard your new library, and that's fantastic. Fantastic.
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. It's fun. It's fun to have your own plugin to say, hey, what if we could do this? And Shane goes, oh, that sounds like a fun idea. Let's try it. And
yeah,
all of a sudden we have, the name of the sample showing up in the interface. I mean, it's just dream come true.
And unfortunately, I can't see anything.
Yes,
so you're just going to have to describe it to me, right?
Yes, yeah. It's at least you hear. So I'm glad. I will tell everybody I'm really happy. I have the computer tower back. I had my MacBook Pro here for the last 2 live streams, and it was like breathing fire. It was so overheated. It just couldn't handle everything we were doing. It did it, but my gosh, it's noisy while it's doing it.
It doubles as a shrink wrapper.
Yeah. Heat warmer in the winter as well. So.
Yeah. It's got your heater there.
So let's see here, John. Can you show off the PDF file of the library? Yeah, we'll make a build up. I can show you that Experience E. Daniela, I'm not going to show the PDF of the library right now. Sorry, that we have other things we need to do. No, I saw Experience. I will show you. Okay, can I show a build up really quick in Unify real quick? Mike, someone asked for something and I want to show them before they leave. So, Mike's,
oh yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Mike will be back in a second. So, by build up, I don't know exactly what you mean, because build up can be like the build up before a drop, or are you talking about the build up of let's see here. I think you mean a build up as in like start with something and then build up from there. So let's do this. I'm gonna start with this is actually from Elevator. So let's start with the bass patch from Elevator. We're getting a really special treat of showing you a new library coming for Omnisphere that is going to drop your jaw. I mean, truly, Mike has outdone himself. Not only does it have samples of a Lamborghini in it and world-class percussionists and all sorts of things, but it also has just some you push Omnisphere to the limits, my friend. I mean, the places it can go are just sonically insane. So if I want to do a build up, that means adding extra parts to this. All you need to do, let's go to our chill library. I'm going to add a groove. All you have to do is find a patch, right click on it and say load into Unify. Some of the libraries of drum grooves, I have them transposing across the keyboard. And so we have an option that says no pitch. Now, the chill library, I made it no pitch by default. It doesn't transpose. So that way, because otherwise, when you put it down to where low C or something, it's going to sound bad. So you can just say load into new Unify layer. And now that groove doesn't work. So I can open this layer and now I can go through and I can play all the other stuff that's here. Let's say we go half a chill. This should sound pretty badass. And let's say I want to add something else to this. I can go to any other patch, even inside of this Unify layer, it has the ability to go in and say, let's load chillin'. So now I have an 808 groove. So I am building up, and all you have to do is just go to, and now these two parts say that I want them to stop like here. So I can see where this says the high note right here, just right click, boom. So I've limited those so that they don't play on the top part of the keyboard. So I could go to the other parts of the library. I could go BPM ARP. I could just say right click, load this into a new Unify layer, go to the low range and play C. And now I have I'm building up. So you can just by right clicking on any patch in any library, we've got almost 30,000 patches for all the different plugins we've unified. Plus all this stuff. I could go to Mega Magic Pads Mosaic. And I think there's some bonus patches down here, some BPM pads. Let's add a Mega Magic Pads 2. And let's right click and say you also stop at C, and now so in 4 minutes I've built a complex patch with 4 different sounds from different libraries. And And then the knobs can control any parameter in any plugin and are the most powerful things on the universe and probably my favorite part of Unify. And so you could go to any of these patches, go to the link parameters, and just have a great time going to any of these parts, to any of the parameters. So I want to do filter cutoff. So now when I go like, it just builds and builds and builds. So I think that's what you mean by build up. If you're, with risers or stuff like that.
Well, that's John.
Hey, you have some in your library.
That's what Elevator was designed for.
Okay.
It's not just risers though, but it's making crescendos, so making builds. It's exactly
right.
That's exactly what it was designed for. That is the concept of Elevator, hence the name Elevator.
Well, then this is perfect. Experience E Studios. Hopefully you have Omnisphere, and this is coming out Tuesday, right?
Yes.
Because this library
That's a short one.
That was a short one.
But every synth and bass, everything has elements with the mod wheel in an up position that will make it big, right? So it starts small and goes big. So you can build up like a riser. You have the effects in there. You've got the hits that on modulation wheel up will build to a riser as well. So that's what it's for.
There. So here's white noise boom. You're rising, you're building. Now, if you're asking about building a rising patch, I'm not going to be able to do that right now in a live stream. That's not fair. But that is something that is possible to be done. I mean, the tools are there to do that. And again, this library for Omnisphere, its whole goal, it's called Elevator, is about doing these types of things. So
yeah, you could just hit one note, hold it, and you could open the mod wheel as one example for that, and it will evolve.
Right. Why would it be unfair? Because that requires stopping the flow of trying to show 3 different categories of things in 90 minutes to do a programming session. And I'm not going to, this isn't a programming session right now. I do those sometimes, but not during a live stream. I'm trying to show the chill library of guitar phrases. I'm trying to show Elevator, and I'm trying to show a new plugin because that's more entertaining for the group of people that are here. So sorry if it doesn't float your boat, but the tools are here to do that very easily. My mindset is not there, and so I'm sorry. I have to just be okay with me showing what I have planned to show, because that's where we are. So the programming level on this new library is so cool. So explain to me a little bit more. Let's get Mike back. Explain to me the concept of this library, Elevator.
All right, so it started with just like an effects session, and I was just basically trying to. I did one of my first patch libraries for Omnisphere was called Ascension.
Yes.
And it was all just risers and drops and textures and things like that. So it was very effect based. And so, it was a very popular library. And I decided, well, why don't I do sort of a follow up to that? Because people have really wanted more of that. And so I did a pre-release last Black Friday and said to everyone, if you buy it at this price, you get the free update when it comes, which is, almost a year later. Sorry about that.
Right.
But you can tell I have not slacked off on this. So
no, this is
a lot of people will get this update for free. But anyway, it was just an effects library. And then I just kind of went through it again and again. And I was like, man, you really need a tool that will allow you to build a piece of music from foundation to the top and be able to have it start, slow and calm, and then just kind of build and build and build until it just reaches an apex, right?
Right.
And so that's what the library is designed to do, is to help you create that apex moment. And you can also do it in reverse. So with the modulation wheel up, for example, if you want to start there, you can build from an apex and come down.
Right.
And that's why elevator, it's up and down. It's called, bidirectional sonics. So
there you go.
So
I love the
concept.
Artwork. I love the artwork.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, here, let's show some of the library real quick, because there's some crazy places. I'm going to play it first from within Omnisphere. We have the library's been unified, so every patch is available inside of Unify, which means that you can take and now layer these bi-directional sonic masterpieces and make it even crazier. By far, it's really fun. So if I go over here to the library, elevator, starting at the top, we just a simple little bass. Listen, the thing about this library is all the detail. There's like just so many well thought out additional details that take an awful lot of time. Isn't that nice?
Now, on that one, you can also turn on the common effects bus.
Yes.
I left an amplifier on there. If you turn it on, it gives it a screamier sound.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very, very nice. And
Just
you
for
could
taste.
MIDI CC learn turning on and off that effect just by right click and say MIDI CC learn, and then set it up so that you could automate that in your sequencer coming on and off in your pattern. Lovely, dude. Lovely. The other thing that's interesting is there's if you go to, it's not genre, but called combo, a new category that Mike made for this, for Tetra, because a lot of these patches, as you can see, are set up with 4 layers and kind of designed so that each layer can stand on its own, right?
Yes.
So you could,
so like if you wanted to take something that was just too big and you just want to thin it out,
right,
you can thin it out by soloing the patches or the layers.
right. The other thing I was having fun playing with this is like take these two and pan them hard left and hard right, and then take another one and put it right in the middle center. And now you got this super wide thing that just is really, really fun. I showed you one of the BPM basses. Here's another one. Oh, that's one I showed you. Here's the other one. So there's a lot going on. The mod envelopes doing a nice job doing fun things. Here's a drone. And again, it started, went down, and now the mod wheel settles out. It didn't take me up no elevator.
Well, read the comments, John. The patch comments are very important. Do you know how much time I spent on those, by the way?
Well, in a live stream, you gotta give me a little latitude. Gosh. Anyways, you can see this one patch. Since it's unified and I can't help myself, I'm gonna go over here add in a Unify layer. Now we got a bass.
Don't forget the aftertouch. Don't forget the aftertouch.
I don't think this keyboard has aftertouch.
No!
I hate aftertouch. I call it after switch, and it's so hard to program because it's not there and then it's there, and if you are lucky to have a nice keyboard with it, it's great, but 85% of the people have crappy aftertouch.
Well,
so.
okay, but also, John, consider, you know, you have some people with the C-board, and, you know, a
Sure.
lot of those people love that action,
Yeah.
that additional control. So,
Well, they
I
better
did
buy
it
one
for
quick
them.
since they went out of business, so.
I know, I'm sorry, but people still have those devices, so, you know.
Yeah. No, like I said, if you have control, you know, inside of ModMate, we have the ability to assign a controller to aftertouch.
There you go.
And then it's a lot more useful because now you can actually control it. But trying to use it with after,
It's a lot more useful because you can actually control it.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
yeah.
Thank you. Gosh. Now that that's clarified, move
No.
on.
I mean, if you have a good keyboard, you know. Back to the library.
Right.
There's so many places in it to go. I was really taken aback with some of the drums. Where were the drums? Was it just hits, right? That's where you put them?
Hits.
Cinema drums. So tell us real quickly about the drums. Where did you get these drums?
Well, you know, I did use some of the Omnisphere core library source as well in some of this stuff to do some layering because there's excellent material inside the core library. Let's not forget that. But I did want a specific kind of sound. And so Joe Martone, who everybody knows out here in the Conejo Valley where I live.
Yeah.
His father's a music teacher at, I think, Newberry Park High School, band teacher. And Joe has done work for Danny Elfman. Sorry. Yeah. He's done work for Danny Elfman. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Sorry, Joe, if you're watching this, and I'm not supposed to say that. But anyway, so Joe's a great guy, very talented. I just asked him during the pandemic.
Yeah.
He's got his studio. I just said, everybody's working this way, right? It's like, I need this. Can you record it and send it to me? And that's what he did.
Right.
And the results are great.
Yes.
You know, so
these hits have some. And look, you don't have to use aftertouch.
And on the 4th of July, I even recorded the fireworks and turned that into a patch as well.
Yeah, firework drums is cool.
But what's nice is where the filter is set.
Yeah.
Because it's like perfect for those guys making movie trailers or cinematic scores, and they want to create that anticipation. And it's like that perfect frequency that just hits the sub in the right spot. So sitting in a movie theater, it's just really gonna be like, whoa,
and if you hold it
what's
down,
going on?
there's all sorts of stuff in the sub. Great attention to details. So it's for that Jurassic Park T-Rex water shaking moment.
Right.
When you see the puddle go, it's like, what's coming? A dystopian nightmare. There's another one. We're listening to what's happening. Mod wheel. Just insane. 4 layers. Really fun use of ring mod to get that kind of stuff going on. Get to the chop.
It's really nice that Spectrasonics lets you use now the FM synthesis and the ring modulator together. So you can do some really cool stuff now.
For sure. Get to the chopper. There's just it's just so fun. I can just see so many cinematic applications.
You got to say it like Arnold does.
See what?
You got to say it like Arnold.
Oh, get to the chopper.
Okay.
I'm working on 3 hours sleep, so give me a little latitude.
Then you should be able to say it like Arnold.
Get to the chopper. As you can see, these hits are insane. Pad Epica. Beautiful,
That's much
beautiful
better
stuff.
than I can play.
Yeah, but you can control aftertouch, so you should feel good. Such great, all the way around, fun stuff. I really love, there's a keyboard patch here, the piano. Where's it at? Here, you guys got to hear this. Because, you know, getting a piano out of Omnisphere, that's really, you know, in a musical sense, beyond just being just a ambient piano, is not easy. And where's it at? Where'd you call
Do you want the story behind this one?
Yes.
Okay, so
Well, I try to find it.
We just saw Quiet Place 2, which is great, by the way.
Right. I want
And
to see that.
obviously you have to see it in a theater. There's no other way to see it.
Yes.
Just like the first one. But there's a heavily detuned piano that they play, and it's really creepy sounding. And I'm with my boys in the theater, and we leave the theater, and they're hearing it pop up in some of the modern songs they're listening to.
Right.
And so they're just like, Dad, why don't you make this sound? And I'm like, okay. And then I knew that there was this particular core Omnisphere core sound that existed in the core library. So I went for that, and then did a lot of heavy tweaking with LFOs and pitch modulation, and came up with this.
Let it ring out. This has all this life underneath it, so isn't that cool?
And then, of course, you have modulation wheel that brings in some intensity.
No!
Do it slowly, though, so it just like creeps in and just rips your face off.
Okay.
There you go.
Fun stuff. Very cool
Yeah,
library.
so that's for like building, you know, if you want to do a transition.
Yes. Yeah.
You want to build to that, there you go.
Yeah. Just before they open the door and there's someone there.
Yeah.
Very, very fun. Cataclysm. I remember this one. Just a little bit happening on the mod wheel. It's crazy. There's so much cinematic inspiration and pop inspiration kind of found throughout the whole library. So really happy you're doing this, because it shows legs to Omnisphere that I haven't seen in a while. Fun stuff, bro. And the textures are just setting that mood for stuff, you know? So this comes out Tuesday? Is that the plan?
It's out Tuesday.
Wow.
Tuesday, September 14th.
September 14th. Beautiful.
That's a theater near you.
Yeah. Now, how many libraries is this now for Omnisphere for you? With ILIO. I think this is the fourth.
Well,
or fifth?
counting the initial ones for Omnisphere 1 that I released a long time ago, back in, I want to say, what was that? It was like 2010, maybe.
Yeah.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 self-release titles that I produced. Oh, sorry. It's not that many. It's actually 13 that I produced with me. And then I brought in J. Scott G from formerly of Deep Sky.
Right. That's a cool
he and
library.
I collaborated on Firewater and Robotica and Revolve. And then I hope I'm not missing one, but then I produced some other ones with Reverb Machine and BT. So I don't know the number now, John. You have to go to the website. I've lost count. But yeah,
it's been a while. You've been at this for a while, so
yeah,
it's very cool. Cool to see the culmination of a lot of things. Now, tell us the story of the Lamborghini.
Right. So there's so many patch libraries out for Omnisphere 2, and it became imperative that I do something that's kind of standing out, right, that nobody's done before.
Yeah.
When you're doing these things, and I've got a friend who's got a Lamborghini. I told him not to come to my house, because the drug dealers up the street, they might get a little excited. So I had to meet me somewhere, and then we set up a shoot where we located it under a freeway overpass. So we had to wait for cars to sort of die down up top. But what's cool about the freeway overpass is you can trap all the sound inside, underneath. And so we did a few takes where he just drove by at an undisclosed speed. And, I basically had a stereo mic set up and just recorded it on a Zoom recorder. And it was a lot of fun. Just kind of wild hair that I called him up and said, hey, I think I'd like to record you driving really fast in your Lamborghini by a couple of microphones. How do you feel about that? And he was just like, all right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So,
hey, we've got.
Then let's go bungee jumping afterwards.
We have somebody asking that on the ILIO site, there's an existing elevator library.
Yes.
This is different?
No.
This is the same?
Okay. So
somebody's confused.
At the beginning of our conversation,
you talked about Black Friday. People could buy the Black Friday version.
Yes. So originally this library was released with, I think, somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 patches.
Okay.
I can't exactly remember the number, but it was in that count.
Right.
And we sold it for $10 at the time for a Black Friday deal, with the promise that when the full library was released, which comes out Tuesday, they will get the update for free.
Right.
See?
So it goes from 20 patches to like 112, I think.
Yeah, we're at 112 patches, and of course, I have another surprise coming for Black Friday for the anniversary of this library, and I will not tell you what that will be, but there will be some things added on Black Friday.
There you go. So to existing owners of either the Black Friday edition or the September 14th edition, more stuff comes in November. So I got to play the Lamborghini. So let me go. Is the best highlight of the Lamborghini the BPM 1? Or is it found somewhere else in the library as well?
No, this is it. I mean, what can you do with a Lamborghini, John? Right? I mean,
you tell me. I haven't recorded one driving by. I was gonna init the patch. Here, let's do this. Let's do this just to see where Mike took this. Let's go to the actual core deep inside Omnisphere.
Oh, you're gonna do that, are you?
Yeah. So let's
You're
go
going
to
to find my deepest, darkest
the
secrets.
deepest, darkest secrets. I want to hear it. I got to hear it. So we've got Lambo Drive-By. And these aren't just stock patches. You should call these up when you... That's so cool.
Right?
Wow. I don't know why you don't have these just out, just as patches. That's
Well,
insane.
Then it just becomes more of a sound effect at that point, you know? But
Yeah, but, you know, just putting reverb and go to the amp and make these slow fade in, you got this.
okay. All right.
Ah, it's so cool. Well, there's some of your Black Friday content right there.
Hey, you know what? I think maybe you're right. I think we'll include that too.
Okay,
Why
so
not?
taking those samples, the one patch that represents it is kind of programmed to the max of. And I played with this last night. Let's keep this going and let's add to it. I mean, it just keeps growing, and I haven't even used the mod wheel. So cool, man. There's a song right there. You don't need anything else. Let's add hit to the chopper. Hit to the chopper. Let's go to the BPM synths. Let's add bullet fast and ARP in. So we've added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 atmosphere patches. Back to chill. I have some BPM basses here that are really, really cool.
That was pretty frenetic.
That's crazy. Here's Pulsation Nation. Let's add this to it. So now. Cool. So as you see, they all work together. This is why it's so fun. Things are unified because now I have 7 layers. And I could split that to just be one part of the keyboard and add 7 different sounds for the right hand and make something. And because it's multiprocessor, my computer is just sitting here perking along, doing this, doing a live stream, doing all this stuff all at the same time.
Not a problem.
Not a problem. And sorry, my Arnold is way back there in like 5 hours more of sleep before I get to Arnold. So
That's all right, man. I'll
Hey.
forgive you this time.
well done. Well done. Mike, who's that? Yeah, you got to pull those Lambos out, man. That's this.
Well, you can hear it pretty good with the modulation wheel up. I mean, that's pretty
Yes.
pretty insane.
Yes. Yes, but it's anyway. There's other places, as you can see. Dig in there and play with the samples by yourself if you want to. They're there to just grab and manipulate. You can manipulate them. Good thing. Well, thank you for joining me.
I'm not even gonna make the joke. I was gonna make a joke. I'm not gonna make it. Not gonna do it.
Very
trying to behave. I'm trying to behave.
You're behaving. You're behaving.
I'm behaving.
Well, I miss you. It's nice to see you
Aw.
this way. If nothing else, you get to hang at the NAMM shows and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
it's been a long time.
Yeah. You like my shirt? Here we go.
I do.
Part of-
ADSR.
Part of the ADSR club here.
There you go. Well, you qualify. Actually, in the mod envelopes, you need to have L1, L2, R2, 3, 4. You know, you need to have like 86 steps.
Are you trying to be funny?
Yeah, but failing. Hey, well done. Well done. So everybody look forward to Tuesday at the ILIO.com website. Subscribe to the
Sorry. I don't know why.
it's all good. It's all good. Well, thank you for joining me. This was short notice. I just invited him last night. I'm like, hey, can I show the library? Sure. Hey, you should come join along. So here he is.
First live stream, by the way. I haven't done this.
Yeah,
because I mean, I don't have any. Nobody wants to see me on video, so I just don't do it.
Well, you need to do it more. You're fun.
Oh,
You're a fun cat. So
thank
all right,
you,
my brother. Be well. Let me see if there's any questions. Does anybody have questions? Mike has.
Yeah, I love questions. Give me questions.
Oh, somebody just bought Elevator. No brainer. They can buy it now.
Oh, they snuck in through the back door, did they?
I don't know. Toby's a clever guy. So
Yeah, you can. It's not listed on the site yet, but you can get in through the back door. Now tell Toby
yes,
the new version is not there yet.
with the unified
won't-
patches.
All that stuff. It's not
Right.
there. It won't be there till Tuesday. But
Okay.
if he purchased it now, he can download it when it comes out from his account. Just re-download it.
There you go. So if you do find the sneaky way in, it's there at the price it's going to be on Tuesday, right? So
Yeah.
yeah. It's a no-brainer for
It's
sure.
$35.
Okay, yeah, it's no-brainer. But
No brainer.
like I unified the library for Mike yesterday, so that hasn't been incorporated into what will be the final version of the presets. So Toby
Correct.
the Mad Lad, you're right. You just have to search for ILIO Elevator on Google. Pretty easy.
Now you're telling people how to do it. So
I'm not.
Go
You got to realize there's a whole bunch of people.
So you're telling me I got to go process orders now? Jeez.
Well,
See, the whole staff's off on the weekend. So
Yeah.
who's gonna do it? Me.
you're welcome. Someone
thank
posted the link earlier here, so
Okay.
they're savvy, man. I tell you, the Guru Nation is a savvy group of people.
I see that.
Google is their, vegetable. So
It's their vegetable.
yes,
It's not their
I know.
prime rib.
Prime rib's better. All right, so let me hear you say "get into the chopper" with your Arnold voice.
My Arnold voice. I don't.
Do you have Arnold? You tell me to
Let me
do my
think.
Arnold voice, and you don't have an Arnold voice? Come on,
Hey.
come on.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
It's not good. I know. Someone's gonna criticize me on your chat. I'm sure.
Yeah. You mentioned a product. It's easy to search for it on Google. Not rocket science, LOL. So,
Yeah. Thanks for that.
yeah.
Does it end with old man or does it end with boomer or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you again. We will talk
That's
to you
it?
soon.
No more questions?
I don't. Anybody have any questions?
Oh, man. See, they just want to see you. They don't care about
So
me.
how many patches? There's 112 patches.
Yeah.
It's unified. There's a special category to the patches of Tetra for the 4 oscillator patches. I'm an old man too. So
I'm younger than you.
It's
so,
not a
yeah.
no. That's one of the Guru Nation my a friend of ours, Philip, saying, you know,
Okay.
he's not a savvy young pup, but he still is, you know, Google's still his friend. So, you know, I for sure did not go for anything that includes Omnisphere. Did you read their license agreement? No way. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. We have a person in Germany that's very into whether things are Creative Commons and if.
No. The thing is, you know, I worked really hard to go record Lamborghini samples. Why should anyone be able to take my hard work and monetize that?
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm not. If I want to put it out for Creative Commons, I will, but that's not how I did it.
No, Daniela, you can use the sounds in Omnisphere in any music productions of any type. You're spreading wrong information, so please don't spread that information. You can't monetize it to sell. Other than that, Spectrasonics has been very open that you can use it in any way you want for musical applications.
Right.
There's a rumor at one point. Right.
You buy a license. You buy a license that grants you the authority to use it.
Right.
In a context that is musical. For, you know, if you're trying to take the sounds and resell them, that's completely different.
And that's illegal. You can't do that. You wouldn't want to do that anyhow. So, yeah, Daniel, that is not correct information. So, I wish you would not spread that because that's not correct. All right,
but Danielle, if you're willing, I'll enter your home and I'll help myself to whatever's in there.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone should use. All right.
I told you I was trying to be good.
Yeah, you're being good. You're being good. You're
okay.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. All right. Well, be well, and we will talk to you soon. I don't speak of the license of him. I speak of the license you have to when you buy Omnisphere.
But to be clear, John, the licenses for the ILIO libraries is pretty much lockstep with Spectrasonics.
Right.
So
yeah, there is no weird limitations to the license of Omnisphere plugins.
No.
That's a rumor that was started a while ago. That's not correct at all. Eric has cleared it up.
In fact, they're really their license agreement is really, really fair.
Yeah. So that information that you have that you're basing that decision on is not correct, and it's not very good to say publicly in false information. So don't do that. All right. Well,
Thanks. Thank you.
Yes. Cool. All right. Elevator purchase here too, so other people are buying it.
Great.
All right.
I mean, that is great. No, it's great. Yay. Thank you.
Thank you. It's all good.
I just wasn't anticipating. Just to be clear, I'm supposed to go make a walkthrough video, right?
Yes. Right.
So I'll do that, but I'll process orders at the same time. So it'll just be
okay. Little back and forth.
Little multitasking. I got you, people. I got you.
Okay.
Fam. I should say, I got you, fam.
Got you, family. You're covered. All right. Okay. All right. Thank you. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Mike. See you later.
Thank you, people of the world.
Yes. See you later, buddy.
Bye.
Bye. There you go. All right. So thank you for that. That was really fun. It's a great library. It is a no-brainer. 112 patches that go to some just wonderful places. My gosh, it's. Okay, so I thank you for that. That was fun. So we've got 2 parts down. There's another thing I want to show you guys. Okay, well, I don't know what to say. You, anyway, moving on. Yes, correct. Moving on. Excuse me. So there is a new plugin available from our friends at Expressive E. It's their first plugin, and it's something that they have created in conjunction with Applied Acoustic Systems, AAS, who's also known for their physical modeling synthesis. And that is this plugin right here called Imagine. And let me adjust the interface in OBS so I can zoom this up a little bit so you get to see even more of Imagine's interface. Like that, like that. I need to shrink this down. You can try to speak the truth to someone until you're blue in the face, and if they don't believe you and they don't listen and don't agree, or what can you do? So this is a very cool physical modeling based synth. And as you can see, it's a different interface. It's a simplified interface, but it's similar to AAS, where they have two separate components that you are working with. And here you have the pink and kind of the gold. And above is the master header, where you have something that will set up both of the parts and all the modulation that can happen below. So you can say play, and it immediately sounds like physical modeling. All that cool hammer hitting, the delay taps, resonant feedbacks, and filters. And the concept is this: you have these two different instruments, let's call them. I haven't read the owner's manual inside out. When you click where it says instrument, you have all these different categories of physical modeling combinations. And then here are the different algorithms that fit that category. And they have them for mallet, for noise, and then for sequence. And this is playing a sequence right now called Mandolino. And so if I turn down the other gain, basically if you have the expressivity at 0, it's gonna fade out. And as you bring up expressivity, this is like putting this, like the sustain level on an envelope. It brings up the energy. Right? To where it's a full fade out. They have a randomizer so that each attack, if this is at max, it's different parameters versus 0 randomizer. Now there's stuff going on below. As you can see, there's these different macros that can be set up and are changing parameters in the sound based on envelopes that you turn on and off right here. So if I turn these off, this kills all the modulation that's happening. The way you assign modulation is really easy. You just hit the little plus, and then you just increase the amount that you want for that specific parameter to be changed. I think you have to turn it on. If I bring this up, I've added this module, and this shape can be all sorts of presets. You can go in and click and drag and make your own parameters and stuff. So when you combine one of those, it gets even more interesting when you have two. As you see, there's two sequencer lanes, and you can toggle between, by using this, between lane 1 and 2 to go back and forth between the two sequencer lanes. That can be modulated, which is really cool, so you can have it doing some variety to it. Let me play some patches. I'll just play through. Now, this is kind of designed more for instruments that have either the types of like the C board type of controls, or their own Osmos. I think would be great with this because it's truly MPE and parameters are going to be changed. I'm just playing it from a keyboard. I don't even think this keyboard has aftertouch. So I'm just playing it kind of pretty basic. You can still hear the character of what's going on. That's physical modeling. No samples. Stuff like this is just pure gold to combine to a sample library because it mixes it up. Right? So if you want information on this, let me point to the website really quick. This is Expressive E Imagine. I don't know why they have a 63, but if you go expressivee.com, it's $83.40 US, and it is totally worth the price they're asking for this form of synthesis for the sounds. I was talking to Shane about this. I should point out there's effects. As you can tell, these parameters can also be modulated. Very, very cool. We kind of agreed that this is a really cool thing to have and layer inside of Unify because it has a certain character and then you add other things. You know, layering is always fun, but add your kick. They don't have things assigned to the mod wheel per se. You go MIDI learn. There, I've learned mod wheel to the. So that should work for everything. So the effects, just so we see what we've got a frequency shifter. As you can see, there's different types of algorithms for this thing called the expressive effects, which can do anything from noise to distortion, all sorts of fun things. EQ, compressor, limiter, delay, and reverb. So it has a nice host of really nice sounds. Oh, it's a tilt EQ. So you give it a frequency, the frequency you want, and then which way to tilt it. If you have it towards the high frequencies, you're favoring that. Okay. Yeah, well, as far as to Osmos, I can't defend them, but, you know, we are in a pandemic and there's all sorts of weird situations. Timings of everything are being affected by that, and the development of a new product. I'm totally happy with someone taking the time to do it right before they release it and then have to fix things, especially when they're being so revolutionary on the approach and the interface, the way it plays. It seems like it's a different, they're trying to do a real musical instrument in electronics, and I have great respect for that. And so as you can see, if you go to each one of these, can see what's happening. Here's your riser. And if you hit the plus button, you can go through and see what has been assigned. If we go to the effects, let's have the reverb mix. So it's 100% reverb. When you turn, they have, let me see, how do I get to it? So if you turn off the modulation, then they have a minimum and a max for the range for the modulation, which is cool. Scrunch it this way as well as this way too. Interesting interface. They've got some different kind of ideas on how to do things. I like that with instruments. It's kind of like, oh, that's different. Release. With physical modeling, there's times where you want it to ring out longer, but because of the way it's filtered, it can't. So. I'm real curious how this compares to the engine in Osmos. I don't know. Cool. Cool. So it kind of goes everywhere. It can do really cool instrument-ish, I like to call them. And then it can do this stuff, where it's like really nice. So Imagine Osmos. It's definitely a different sound. It's like, I don't hear any sawtooth waveforms, right? Very nice. I can play this all day. Now, this is one of those things where let's shoot this over to Unify. It's called Unify. I gotta adjust the interface, the keyboard, so you can follow along. Let's have this go away. That, and then we go over here and yeah, let's shrink that down. Unify right here. Cool. All right. So, Osmo, or I'm stuck on Osmos now. So that's funny. So if we go over here to the plugins, we can go to all instruments, to Expressive, not Expressive E, even though their company's Expressive E. This shows up in your plugin list under Expressive. I think it's this. Let's go to even Cloud City, or like, let's do Mega Magic Pads. I don't think I'm gonna load one of the big alls. Let's just load an element. Let's load A. And we're not in tune. All right, band. Let's see. I think we are at 48 kilohertz. Yeah. Well, it's playing drums. It's cool. Don't understand exactly why it's there might be an issue with sample rates inside of this. We'll have to investigate. Okay, so we can't show it that way. Bummer. I was gonna get some, because it really is, from my understanding, I tried it standalone. I think it was working. It's for some reason I don't know what's going on here on that, and I'm not going to try to troubleshoot it right now. We'll just go back to playing it by itself, and we'll figure that out off screen. So we'll set like that. Are there any questions beyond why won't it work? Yeah, there might be a sample rate bug. Something is happening because it's having a problem discerning. Let's do this. Well, I don't want to do this because it sometimes messes up the live stream if I change sample rate. What the heck? Let's live wildly. Let's try it. Let's go 44. This might go weird. Now let's try it and see what happens. Go Unify. Yeah, sample rate bug. So let's go over here, Expressive Imagine. Call up that really cool sound again from the selected list. Now, maybe we can load up something and we will have yeah. Let's load up Tidal Tsunami. This will be fun. Cool. So, yeah. Sample rate. It's always something. Always something to fix for somebody. So I think that's something they can look at for their plugin. old 44.1. Don't try 96. I'll tell you, if you haven't tried it, try mixing in 96. There's this added depth and imaging that's just beautiful. It does make a difference. It does make a difference. So as you can see, these sounds, they really get complemented by having either samples or other like string libraries or something like that. Do I have a nap plan later? Heck yeah. Let's hope. We did the update to Unify yesterday. I did a unified library for Elevator. I did a 40-minute video and processed and uploaded and a newsletter to everybody. I sent it at like 3:30 in the morning. So it was a very big day. I haven't had a day that big in a long time. And so I really, I burned my battery. But it was worth it because I wanted to get everything out and we did it. That's cool. Yeah. I appreciate it. I'm not going to burn myself out. I'm already burned out. But I'm at a point, I like setting goals and reaching these goals, even if it like wears me out a bit. Now I can chill, relax, and I think early October, I'm gonna take a week and go do photography in Wyoming. Vacate, yeah. Do some fall color in the Tetons. That would be nice. I did that with my dad about 10 years ago. Let's see here. Check this out. I just shared these online. Came out so nice. This is from 2000. Was it 4? 2000 replace. Check this out. This is Mono Lake in California. A really, really beautiful place. And I have another variation on that, a little bit more close up of the sun rays with the tufas. And so now, play this to that picture. Nice. That was fun. Let's go over here to chill phrases. Maybe a 4 on the floor would be cool. This, let's say like. overdrive too loud. Let's see, what else can we do this? Fun. Auto record. Well, it's automatically recording whatever I'm doing, so that's fun. So imagine is without it, it wouldn't be the same. So someday I will have an LFO to do this for me. Anyway, so fun places we can go with this, but yeah, without it, with makes it totally. Helps to have a cool picture. Anyway, so yeah. Oh my gosh. So if we go over here, let's get that back up. Expressive E Imagine. As you can see, there's different categories. They have ARP and they have a whole bunch of nice. I really love the timbres that this pull out. Now, a logical question is, how does this compare with applied acoustic solutions? Let's go empty instrument layer, down here to AAS, like Chromaphone 3. It's definitely in the same family. Let's see. Let's mute. It helps to just play Chromaphone by itself, right? Now, the editor inside of Chromaphone has more controls to work with. You have the modes, the synth, which is a lot more energy into parameterization. For Imagine, they kind of simplified it and like took and made macros that are doing all sorts of things. So much, I think, of their engine parameterization is right here in what algorithm you choose. So just trying to simplify it a little bit. And it has a whole, it does have I mean, physical modeling is physical modeling. It's like if you call up two different analog synthesizers, yes, they both have a sawtooth waveform, they both have a resonant filter, but the character is different. So I think that really bright metallic stuff, I haven't heard a lot of that here. But for some of that kind of like that type of drum sounds, it's It's definitely their own, I believe it's probably different algorithms altogether. But it is similar, and if you have them together, kind of in heaven. Is the Imagine less hot on the CPU than Chromaphone? Yes, I believe so. Chromaphone is more parameterized. Well, here's our CPU usage on a single processor that's being hit. Let's compare that to Chromaphone. Move this over here so we can see. It's about the same. Remember, Chromaphone has been optimized over time a little bit because it's been out longer. This is the first version 1.0 of Imagine, so I'm sure there is some optimizations they can do. It's the same or maybe more than Chromaphone right now. Yes, Sample Sun is good. I've had crashes with some of the Sample Sun plugins in the past. I think one thing that's a big distinction is the work taken for you to get something like this, with that varying and changing of stuff. It takes a bit more work learning the modulation and how it's laid out than I really like the simplified interface of Imagine for, like, I can see already, because all you have to do for Imagine, if you want to have things changing, is you just turn on a macro. Click here, we're on one, turn it on, and then click the plus, and let's have it hit the plus button so we can assign modulation to the. Now, wait, I want to hit the plus. I'd expect it to be doing a pulse. Huh, interesting. Plus. I haven't read the manual throughout to learn how all this works. So, but having the 4 different Mac mod envelope types of things down here to work with, I think this is a little bit more direct to get stuff modulated. Yeah. Oh, there's a sale on object delay. Object delay is a cool delay if you don't have it. Yeah. Daniela, what website has it for €7? And is it a legit website? Is it like Plugin Boutique or something? Let's do this. Let's call it just a simple instrument, a mallet. And then check this out. I'll show you guys this as we wait for where it's at. But object delay. It's a delay that has the physical modeling filters in it, so you can get all sorts of very cool, unique. Yeah, at Plugin Boutique. Interesting. Let me see if it's there to show you guys, because this is a no-brainer to get if it's a. Plugin Boutique. Let's see. Let's do a search. Yeah, thank you. OBJEQ object delay. Yeah, here it is. Check this out, my friends. This is a no-brainer. Yay. $10. And what it is that's really unique is a delay that has, here's simple, let's say some, so it's delays with personality and character. Very, very fun. I love this for trying to get things that have just a different personality and character. Putting these on drums is just crazy fun. So if we go down here, we choose some sort of a drum groove. And let's put object delay on this. Let's mute the top layer for a second just to play with this. So it's taking the groove already to some cool places. These are echoes, rhythmic loop manglers. And then what you can do, you go to the object, you can choose all these different. Right? There's an LFO that you can set up to the frequency. Very fun. And it's not just all like crazy weird stuff. Can be. Good stuff. So for $10, again, no brainer. Everybody should own object delay. Good stuff. Oh, I'm over my 90 minutes. See, I get carried away and time just flies. Well, I hope this was a fun live stream. I'm sorry for my tiredness, but it was for you guys that I'm tired. Oh, for master mix. Yeah, you can put on the master mix. I mean, wherever you need to change the color a little bit of everything. Yes, as you can see, it has the M for MIDI listening. It's listening to MIDI, so you can actually have parameters be modulated by MIDI notes and I think controls as well, which is cool. So, and then you can mute those as well. There's so much stuff I wanted to cover I didn't get to on the Unify itself. With this update, we've added some nice things. we'll get to them. I'll do a separate dedicated video talking about it, right? Make sure I present it the way I want to present it. All right, any questions? Where is it available for $10? Right here. OBJEQ. Right here, my friend. Plugin Boutique is the website. Oh, come back here. So pluginboutique.com. And then you can just search for OBJEQ in the search window. And it will show up 92% off. There you go. So that gets you a very cool delay with a different character. Even putting on a kick drum, I'll tell you, is really, really fun because all those delays and frequencies. Here, let's just do it real quick for a second. So BPM kick. Kick. And let's speed this up inside of Logic real quick. Let's go here to you have a balance control, of course. Drones. Let's say Carpless wrong. It's great for adding that edited little to the kick. High end or low end, it's fun for doing that kind of stuff. Let's see what Richard did for some of the weird stuff. Just fun. With low cut and high cut fill. There's just so many. If you need something other than delay from a delay, I can't think of a better place to go. And yeah, $10 is a no-brainer. So, all right. Thank you for joining. Let me see if there's questions. Let's do our shout outs from wherever in the world you guys are at. Shout out from Joyzy, right on Raymond. Imagine is from Expressive E. Oh, okay. Shout out. Let's see if I can type. Portland. Sunny and warm today. So, yay. Fort Lauderdale. Up in Washington. Lancashire. Yes, I will take a nap. Actually, I'm going to go eat at my favorite restaurant first, and then I'll take a nap. Shout out from Frankfurt. Cool. Yeah, yes. I'm sad. I'm not in. I wanted to go to Berlin for Super Booth, but I'm not going to make it. Oh, Germany, Norway. Good to see you, Ivar. Scotland. David, good to see you. Hello, Scotland. I want to go there and do some photography. That'd be wonderful. Shout out from Germany for Daniela. Please reread and watch that video that was sent to you on Omnisphere because their license is, it's never been unfair. They just had their wording a little bit strong for limiting the use of the samples in certain ways, which is gone. They've rephrased it. If you hear anything otherwise, it's not correct. Make sure you're getting information from Spectrasonics, not from someone telling you about Spectrasonics. Calgary, Holland, Fremont, Birmingham. Good to see you, Toby. Don't forget the new library from ILIO.com. You can find it if you look for Elevator right now. It'll be available on Tuesday. And don't forget, at my own humble little website, I've got a really fun new library. Let me pop it up on the screen really quick. Chill guitar phrases, and I was going to show you this. I'll play this while we're going out. The BPM split stuff is really fun because I set these up. Here's the website. It's my website. Yay. PlugInGuru.com. You can get chill guitar phrases. Hopefully I click. Oh, I can go here. Chill guitar phrases for Unify. I need to link the video. The video's missing. I'll be doing that. But the demos are there that I did. And look at, you can use Google Pay now. We've got that set up on the website. There's a whole lot of additions coming to the website soon. Let's see here. Go like this. I need to get back to Logic and say, so this is 65 beats per minute. So I played at 65 beats per minute. F minor. Let's go to 75 beats per minute. I can't remember if it's this one or the Columbaville. One of them, yeah. Totally different production for each of these that presents the same loop at different tempos. So now we're going to 85 beats per minute. 85. Ready for a fun chord? And then again, the fun thing here, go to the knobs, go to A minor 1. So here's it. Let's go to another one. Phrases on this knob. Wherever I go, say I want a different drum groove, open up the drums. This is fun to do the half chill. Let's go to the snare part and double it so it's 2 times. That's the fun thing with having the drums separated like this. Right here, F minor. Go to another groove style. Let's go to 4 on the floor. Very make some distortion, pulse. Let's go to the fourth part. Get a muted guitar, BPM synth. Let's add a chill pad. So there, you can go so many fun places in the chill, urban kind of grooves. Oh, I want to show one more that's really fun. I love this one, Distorted Freak. This is one for where you don't want it to sound like guitar. You want, and this groove, I want to get dirtier. Let's go down here to like TSU. Let's go to noise box. Let's go low pass filter. And now you can go through and change to the different guitar phrases and you get different noises. So you can get some really cool alternate things. Hard to play bass when you make your kick that big, so I'm not gonna do that. The other thing that's really cool are the vocoder patches. I'm gonna make some more of these. I got some crazy ideas I want to try, but and I'm 75, so if you're in a DAW, you have to make sure that you adjust your tempo. So, or do it the other way around. If you want to be at 85, just open up the guitar phrases, and instead of playing the 75 beat per minute groove map, call it the 85 beat per minute groove map. Call it the same groove, or this is D minor. Ready to go. Fun library. So I'm thrilled that it is all nicely wrapped up and I get to have a couple weeks to play with it and experiment and bring out some more patches for you guys. So yeah. Oh, cool guys. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't done a phrase guitar library phrases before. I actually have another library of phrases already in the works. So that will be coming out probably in a couple months. It's really, really cool. So since we have Unify with the ability to tell you, I just love being able to see the chords and go, oh, I'm going to be in G minor. I need to put a vocoder on my voice and make a record. And some auto-tune. I also love that the drums, I separated them out so you can go right here to the auxiliary for the snare alone. And And if I want, here's the last tip, and then we'll go. I'm 30 minutes over, but sorry. Say I want to have this inside of Unify modulatable in my sequencer, right? So I first need to tie it to the knobs of this Unify plugin, which it's not set up. So I can go to the second set of pages to say snare reverb, right? So click the little bullet, go to linked parameters. I want to have, the range is at 0. So I'm just gonna do the whole range just for the fun of it. So I click this first so that the graph that's gonna be made is based on what I select for those boxes. I go to the snare, auxiliary send 1, boom, done. Now, when I go to my master Unify, which is playing all these different other Unify layers, I can now click right here, go link parameters. When I go to, oh, I want to make sure that I do the full range here too. Go instrument, old school snare, Unify, boom, snare reverb. The name of the knob now shows up here and it shows up in automation. So now I can play this. And if it's too much, just open this up, bring down the range, and you hear it in real time. Nobody else does this, and it's the coolest, freaking cool parameter on the planet that you hear. What it's gonna be when you get there, right there. And if I want to really make it sting and stick out, you can go back to that Unify plugin layer, go back to the knobs, go back to the one that says reverb, snare reverb, click this, go back to the link parameters, go here to that snare, go to the effect, and there's this Dragonfly Hall reverb that I think is what's doing this, right? No, it's auxiliary, so it's auxiliaries. So we would go over here to the auxiliary buses, to the reverb, and there's 2 of them. So we go room size here. And let's have it come up and start right here. And let's also have it do both reverbs. So it's going to change the effect reverb time feedback. So that's where it's currently at. I'm going to see, I'm going to bring this up to here. And then when I really bring it up, it's going to bring it up. And you see right here, I'm going to double click and say 96.725%. It's there at that exact amount. So now when I bring up, and let's name this snare, reverb, and time. So now when I'm playing, it brings up the reverb times to blue more. So that's just the dream of Unify, is that you can go accessing any parameter of any plugin, stick them on a knob, give it a name. Now the name even shows up properly inside of your sequencer, so you can just automate. Yeah, I know, LFO for the knobs. It's gonna be a while, but that will come eventually. So fingers crossed. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you for your time. It's been fun to hang with you guys. Love doing these streams. Don't forget to check out Imagine. Don't forget to check out ILIO's new library and the chill guitar phrases from my website. And we'll see you next week. Okay? Hands together, head bowed. Bye. Thank you for your support, as always.